Hi everyone, I'm Amanda Prey, Senior Software Engineer at Liberty IT.
Hi everyone, I'm Joanne McLaughlin, Senior Innovation Lead in Liberty IT. So Amanda, tell us a wee bit about yourself and your journey at LIT.
So I've actually been with the same team now for nearly 3 years. I helped launch the platform in January 2020, where I got to go to Boston to be on site for the go live. And at this stage in my career, I'd moved from associate software engineer to software engineer. So I actually did that by going through Liberty IT's internal self-nominated promotion process. And this just allows you to put yourself forward for promotion. It requires you to do a write-up on why you should be considered for promotion, and also requires you to gather some feedback and sponsorship from the senior members of your team. But I just think it's a great process to have in place. It just puts you in control to showcase your own skills, and at the end of the day, who knows your skills better than you?
Yeah, definitely. I like that as well. I love that you can drive and be part of that process, to really put yourself forward.
Yeah, no, it was great. And then for the next steps in my career, I processed to senior software engineer, which meant again I was able to avail of this self-nominated promotion service. And I just think it's great because I don't know many friends outside of this company that can avail of such a process. So I just greatly appreciated having the opportunities where you can put yourself forward. You don't have to wait on anybody else to do that for you. So yeah, I think it's great. And just moving on then to the next steps that I want to take in my career would be to process on to principal software engineer. This is a kind of a different process now from the self-nominated promotion where you have to apply and go for an interview. But I just think that's reasonable because it's at a higher level and higher level of responsibility, and just there's less roles available for that level. So it makes sense to be assessed fairly by an interview. So I'll be working towards that for the next few years. And yeah, I think with principal software engineer, you get to move around the units as well. So I'll get to have new platform experience, new software experience. Yeah, I just think it's a great way to move on throughout your career. What about you, Joanne? Did you start as a software engineer?
Yes, I did indeed. I started as a software engineer too. You've definitely achieved a lot in the years that you've been here so far as well. I have a similar journey to yourself in the early part of my career. So I've been with LIT now about 18 years. I actually did my placement year with Liberty IT back in 2003. And then I was delighted to be accepted back as a graduate in 2005. So I've been here a long time, but I've loved, I'm still loving every minute of my journey here. I have had quite a varied career in LIT. It's one of the really good things actually about Liberty IT is that flexibility to move between job families and work in different parts of the business. We've got a variety of job families in Liberty IT, engineering obviously, delivery, product, consultancy. Liberty IT encourages us to find a pathway that will fulfill your own potential. So I had a number of years as an engineer. I reached senior and I knew that I excelled at delivery, and that was the career path that I wanted to follow. So I worked with my manager to get the right experience, and I successfully switched. And I've been in a number of delivery roles since then.
Oh, that sounds great. It's good to know that you can branch into those different job families.
Yeah, definitely. Lots of opportunity. I actually also took a year out. It was a career break approved by LIT earlier in my career to travel because I really love traveling. So I spent a year traveling in Asia and Australia before then coming back to LIT.
Oh wow, that's brilliant. It's that even adds to the flexibility in LIT as well. But it's great to know you could have that option.
Yeah, definitely. As I say, I love traveling, but I also loved LIT. So it's nice to be able to do that, take the year out, and then have that job security to come back and continue with my career here. But pre-COVID, obviously, there was plenty of travel out to our customers, particularly in the US. And I actually did a secondment as well. When I was an engineer, I spent 3 months in Portsmouth, just outside Boston, so that I could work closer with our customer. So obviously we're not traveling at the minute with COVID. Thankfully we have great technology. We can still work globally, remotely, but hopefully we'll get back to some sort of travel again in the future.
Oh yeah, I do hope so myself. You seem to have done loads here in your time, Joanne.
Yes, it has. Definitely said that already. It has been quite a varied career. And it's not just, I suppose it's not just the different roles that I was talking about that where you get the variability in LIT, it's the opportunity to work in different parts of the business. So obviously we work for Liberty Mutual. They're a Fortune 100 company. They're a global company, but they're the fourth largest property and casualty insurer in the US. And we work across all different parts of their business. So I've worked in about 6 different departments in LIT, each time getting to know a new customer with different needs. New teams, new people, new challenges, new problems to solve. So yeah, that's good. And I've also got 3 wee girls. So I've had 3 maternity leaves in LIT. And I've really taken advantage of that flexibility each time. So whether I've returned from maternity, returned from a career break, or it's just an internal rotation that I've asked for, I've taken advantage of that flexibility to move around and learn a different part of the company. And I have worked in great teams, and it's been really sad to leave them, but change is great. And what you learn from moving around is invaluable. And being able to do that then internally and get that opportunity within LIT, over the course of your career is fantastic.
Yeah, no, 100%. Definitely moving around internally gives you more of a wide variety of options. You don't really need to look elsewhere. Yeah, so love to hear about that, Joanne, and I look forward to experiencing other places and areas of LIT myself.
Great. So Amanda, as we wrap up now, what advice would you give to someone applying to LIT?
Yeah, so I would have maybe 3 top tips. One being ask questions and take notes, get to the stage where you can be the one to answer those questions that you once asked. Second being, don't be afraid to do something outside of your comfort zone. It will benefit you in the long run. So if it's a piece of work that seems out of your reach, just pick it up, do it, and you'll benefit and learn from it. And my last one is actually a recruitment center tip. So I would say speak up. Remember, you're in a group, in the group sections, you're against a time limit to solve the problem as a group. So don't be afraid to center your group's focus and bring them back to the issue at hand. Also try and engage others who might seem a bit more reserved in the group. And just remember, it's all about collaboration as a team and just have fun with it.
Definitely.
What about you, Joanne?
Yeah, love those points you made, especially about being curious and pushing yourself out of your comfort zone and being adaptable to change. The advice I would give, apart from the obvious of working hard and being ambitious, really own your own career, advocate for your own development, understand your strengths and your passions, and actively seek out the opportunities that will help you fill your potential. I would also seek out a mentor. I've had some great mentors in my career here, and I still do. And a mentor will listen and help guide you, encourage you, and help you feel more confident. And I would also say be a lifelong learner. The world we change in it's changing every day. We know how fast technology changes. We know how customer expectations change with new digital solutions. And being able to keep up with that pace of change and wanting to constantly learn is critical. But I would say the thing that stood out for me in my career is taking on feedback. We have a strong feedback culture here in LIT, and I would say really embrace that. Understand where and how you need to grow, and take feedback as a positive and take it as a learning experience. Really having that growth mindset will stand you well throughout your career.
Yeah, totally agree, Joanne. I think constructive criticism is a positive in any form. But yes, so thanks for listening to our story and our journey within Liberty IT. We will now be around for a couple of minutes for a Q&A session. And if you have any further questions about our experiences, we'll give some helpful tips.